Okay, we're live. I believe we're live. Let's see. Sweet, there it is. And just want to make sure that I have the link on here. Let's do it. All right. I believe we're going. Are we going? Are we live? Should be. Gonna put this on X, and we will get going shortly. Hope you guys are having a good day. Staying green. All right, let's take a look. Just want to make sure we really are good, because it is telling me that it is waiting for something or other. Nope, we're good. All right. Hey, happy Monday to you all. The thumbnail on this, I'll just say right up front, is it's not inaccurate. I did trade SPCX today, but as you will see, it was not my biggest winner. That actually came from MU. So you can see my P&L today. I'm sitting on $54. Yay. Success rate is a little over 60% for this account. That's nice. And no losses today. Only took 4 trades. And my first trade was with MU at $9.49, $30 win, 10 shares. That's all it took. That's all it took for MU. That thing was really going down right at market open today. Let's take a look at that trade real quick. So 849 to 855. Ooh, 49. Yeah, I mean, as soon as market opened, MU went just crashing down below VWAP, below the 9. 849 is right here. Let me just zoom in on this candle so you can see my methodology, how I traded it this morning. This guy right here got into this trade with, is this 10 shares? Let's take a look. Yeah, 5 shares at first. 5 shares, and then I want to say, what did I do? I added in another 5 shares, and then I sold, got out of the position at 855. So let's take a look. 849 I bought in, 852 I added. Let's take a look at that. 852 I added. So I probably added to average down or average in on my position here. Weighted. Yeah, that is what I did. I forgot because it was this morning. Yeah, so we're right here. We're touching the 9. And I get out, what did I say, 8:55, which is 9:55, by the way, guys. I'm Central Standard Time, and that's what all my numbers say. So if I say 8:55, it's really 9:55 according to market time at 9:55. So 8:55 is when I got out. 8:55 right here. Now, here was the good thing, right? The obvious thing is, hey, it was a profitable trade. That was nice. Now, what should I have done better? What I should have done is not get out of my full position. Why is that? Well, look how many more candles this goes down. Look how much money this is from 8:55 to, we'll say, 9:02. All right, so 7 more minutes of essentially profitable trading that could have gone on by me, but did not. So 1,078 to 1,059. This is like $20. This is like $20 more on just 5 shares. If I had half of my position, which I guess I could have sold a little bit to make a profit, and then, I don't think I would have stuck around for all of this, but essentially you're looking between $15 and $20 still on the short side that I still could have stayed in. So you're looking at just 5 shares times 20, right? It's a lot of money really quick. In just 7 minutes. From this candle to this candle is 7 minutes. So Yeah, overall, great that I was green today. Great that this trade worked out. But this is where what I should have done is not canceled or not sold off my entire position. I should have really sold 8 shares, kept 2. So even if, this is $20, like I say, this is $20 worth of just 7 minutes. Had I just stayed in, and kept 2 or 3 shares down here, kept a good range of a stop loss, maybe put my stop loss. I mean, it would have been fine. Had I just put my stop in profit somewhere here, didn't touch it, look at this. Well, let's say I did that. Let's say I'm in this position at 8.55 instead of getting out, right? Because I got in at, what did I say, 8.49. Got in over here. Had I gotten in this, okay, had I stayed in this at the 8.55 position instead of sold, I'm really more or less talking to myself at this point now. This is the first time in the last 5-6 hours, whatever it is, I am reviewing my own trades, showing you my recap of what I've done today. Out loud, on the fly, live journaling, essentially, right? Hopefully this benefits me in the long run, and I want it to benefit anyone that's watching. So take a look on this one right here, this candle. Keep some shares in here. There's no reason to get out. There's no reason to completely jump out of your position if it's still profitable. Sell off most. Sell off a lot of it, right? But keep 2 or 3 shares. Had the stop, all that to say, if my stop loss, let's say the stop loss had been right here, okay, right where my cursor is at, right at the end of 8.55, down $1,073. Okay. Well, I guess I would have got stopped out from this wick. But if I was in this whole entire candle, okay, let's say I kept it halfway through the candle. The only thing that would have been scary for a minute is this little wick guy right here. After that, it's smooth sailing to the downside. Look at that, smooth sailing to the downside. Okay, stop loss is here. I'm not even going to be out of this position for how long? Now this is really going to bum me out. Now this will show me how much more I could have actually held on to. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, if I had just not done anything else, kept 2 or 3 shares all the way to the low of $1,023, because that was the low. All right, and this would have been an additional, this is 918, so you're looking at what, an additional, I didn't do the math on that. It's almost 20 minutes, right? Almost 20 minutes. I could have stayed in. All that to say, could have stayed in successfully, could have had my stop loss somewhere here, and then just sat back and watched the trade develop, right? So from $1,077, let's just call it, let's say I was in there for that, $1,077, let it just drop and let it ride with 2 shares all the way down to 1,000, let's just say it's $1,000 to $20, $25. Okay, that's $50 with 2 shares. If I just kept my 2 shares, right? Now, at some point, I would have had to say this is the bottom before it started coming back up, because you can see it starts pushing back up. If I wanted to keep those profits, and that would have been very profitable, or very good, that just would have been a sweet, clean, nice trade where I could have just sat back, drank some more coffee and enjoyed the trade. But I got out, and I got out pretty quick. So all that to say, sometimes when you're in profit, I should, talking to myself now really, I should hang on with just a few shares left, put that stop up to where I'm in profit, and let it ride, right? And if it comes back up to stop me out on the very next candle, okay, no big deal. You're still in profit. You're still in a good trade. Okay, all right. Looking at that actually made me a little bit, it gave me some FOMO, some additional FOMO, even though today was good. Today was green. Today just could have been a lot greener had I kept some shares in, specifically for that trade in particular. This took me out. Let me go back into the next trade that I did. So I believe the next 3 trades are with MU. Last trade that I took was with SPCX. So when this pulls back up, I will show you what I did. So the next trade was not counted. It was a $14 winner. I held the trade for less than 30 seconds. That's a rule with Trade the Pool. And let's not even look at that one. Let's just go to the next one. All right, so today was a short day. I was obviously on the short side for all 4 of my positions. That was $14 winner. And then the next one was $18.25 winner. Again, 5 shares. Super small, right? Some of you are probably seeing this going, "Oh my gosh, that's all he trades with?" Well, this can add up. This can really start adding up. $100 a day. If you make $100 a day, what is that? $500 a week, $2,000 a month. You do the math. I mean, if this is something, and this is, I don't want to say it's 30 minutes of work, because actually that would be deceiving. This is not. There's a lot of prep work involved with trading. There's a lot of level setting. There's a lot of eyeing the market. Now today I did only trade for an hour, roughly, from market open until my last trade at SPCX is at 9:21. So, that's a little less than an hour of actual right there in the seat looking for the next trade kind of deal. But, not bad. Not bad. Baby steps, right? So, MU, 859. Looks like I got in at 859 with 5 shares. Oh, okay. So this is during the... Yeah, this is part of the trade that I could have and should have just stayed in and been a part of. 8:59 to 9 o'clock. Ooh, this is boring. Look at this. Okay. Whoa, 2 candles. 2 candles. All right, nice. Yeah, should have been in the trade. Should have hung on to the trade. Back up at the 8:55 candle. Okay, that's all I'll say about that. I'm not going to reprove myself too much on YouTube live trading, but I will just say that could have been a little bit better of a trade. SPCX at 9:13. Let's take a look at SPCX. SPCX, where are you? Where are you on my chart? There you are. What a day, too. Stocks, I went to the gym, did a bit around the house, did some other projects for Trade the Pool, and holy cow, the stocks that I was trading, MU, Marvell, AMD, I was looking at those. They were in the gutter this morning. They were doing terrible. And then, wow, they really did rally. They really rallied during early afternoon and throughout the day. So, yeah, I thought it was going to be, I didn't know what was going to happen by end of day because of that market open. That was crazy. That went down, down, down. Okay, so SPCX, again, similar patterns here. I mean, this looks a lot like what MU did out of the gate at beginning of market open. All right, let's take a look. So 9:13. All right, this purple line here is pre-market low. This is why I say trading is not just, you just hit the button and stuff. Like, you're literally setting levels. You're looking for things even beforehand. So part of what I am setting here is the pre-market price that it went to, the low of 153. I like to short when things are, like I have mentioned, below VWAP, below the 9, and then when we are, especially early on in the day, starting to trend below that pre-market low, if looking at more room to the downside. All right, 9:13. 9:13, I'm here, and I get out at 9:21, 30 shares. So 9:13, let me pull this in a little closer so you can see it better. 9:13 to 9:21. And what I will say about this position, this is not particularly cool. So this was one that I was experimenting with. I don't always do this, but I averaged in this position 4 times, because when I got in, I bought at 151.87. I bought 10 more at 152.44. I bought 10 more at 152.65. So then my position, I didn't have to get down as far for it to break and to start getting in profit. Because I start selling at it starts to fall again. at 151.84. Let's look at the second part of my trade here, because this is the part I actually wanted to review. This was a little bit more, this is something I don't trade things like this way. I don't typically try to average down. So let me see, at 9.15, I bought 10 more. Where is that? 9.15 is, so yeah, so you can tell, all of a sudden, I still felt like SpaceX and the entire market at the moment was flailing. I felt like this was not going to hold. So I just bought some more. I bought 10 more here in this candle. And then after that, I bought 10 more at 9.16, a minute later. So probably when it went above in here, I won't even say probably. It was at 152.65. 152.65. Let me see where that is. Right here. Okay. So I bought it somewhere right here. Not in this wick, but in the body of this candle in here. So I averaged in again. And at that point, my place that I needed to get profit was much, it was a better spot, right? Like buying at this candle here at 9.13 at 151.87. 151.87. Now you can see, look at this. My position started here. To actually get profit, I needed to go to the downside from here. So my methodology, my tactic today was still thinking, hey, if I average into this position, I have less to go to get down to start being in profit, which paid off, and it did well for me today. And again, the reason why this, this was not a massively profitable trade by any means, but the strategy worked today, which I am excited about. That was pretty cool. Yeah, not much to show for it at all. $5. Yeah, $5. Again, today, daily P&L, $54.25. Had a bad day on Friday. If you saw my video on that, I hit max loss with this account and just wanted to come back here on Monday, not look for anything crazy, not try to do anything remarkable necessarily, but just get green and get out. That was my goal for today. Just psychologically, I needed that. And I got it. So that was really cool. If you have any questions about Trade the Pool, comment down below. Send me an email. I'm happy to answer questions about that. If you are done, tired, or interested in not risking your own capital, but someone else's, Trade the Pool might be for you. I really enjoy the platform, the people. Honestly, it is a great firm, and definitely worth your time to check into if you're trading already or if you're thinking of trading. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll come back tomorrow. Happy Monday again to you all, and go green, and I will see you or talk to you or at least be live streaming again tomorrow.